Yo, this is the Out the Box podcast, and today is the championship game between Kansas City Chiefs versus the Ravens. And I just want to do a little halftime show today where we can talk a little bit about um, the matchup tonight and the Super Bowl coming up and just get a little bit more information on it. Stay locked in. Be here. See y'all.
Yo,
Yo, what's good, man?
I'm good. You can hear me?
Yep.
Bet.
Um, so going into this game, what were your, I guess, some of your predictions on this Chiefs and Raiders,
Uh,
Ravens?
Chiefs, man, Chiefs. Initially going into the playoffs, I'm thinking the Ravens was gonna do it, but when I seen how they played against the Texans in that first half, initially, it just showed me that I think their offense isn't gonna be as good as I thought they were gonna be. Um, so like in everything, and I made a post on all my socials about it. That Chiefs defense is very good, especially at the DB position. So I Lamar Jackson has thrown. This is probably his best year throwing the football, but
Mhm.
I knew his accuracy was gonna be tested. And you know the best way to stop a running quarterback is to blitz him and have very tight coverage, and that's what they've been able to do. And now that they're winning, now that the Ravens are losing by 10 points, now they're playing from behind. So now you really pretty much
Have to throw.
the Chiefs get the Chiefs have the edge because they get the ball at half also. So and it's very hard for them to stop the Ravens also, which I figured was going to be the case. Everybody was worried about the Chiefs offense, but it's just I don't know. I always see things differently than everybody else. Um, and the way I see Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback ever, and I don't see how Tom Brady did well with less weapons, and that's how
Mhm.
I see Patrick Mahomes right now. He doesn't have as many weapons as he's had before, but he still has Travis Kelce, and he's still in his prime. So I see them winning the Super Bowl. Truly, that was my take, and I see them finishing this game. I don't think they can stop. I don't think they can stop. I don't think the Ravens can stop the Chiefs. They have, but
Mhm.
it was almost like that first drive that they stopped them. Like they on the first down, they kind of they kind of went for it on the deep ball. That was like their first deep ball, and then the second down was messed up. Even on this last drive that they ended up kicking that field goal, if it wasn't for those flags being called, Kansas City would have scored a touchdown. So it's looking like the Ravens really can't stop the Chiefs, and it's looking like the Chiefs can stop the Ravens at the end of the day. And now the Ravens are playing from behind, so they're gonna have to throw the ball. So what about you? What you think?
Just going in, I mean, I felt like it would be an uphill battle for the Ravens. It would take a very well coached game for them to win. I just feel like you're saying, the Chiefs just have all the intangibles. Like Pat Mahomes, he's battle tested. He's been here plenty of times.
Right,
Um, I don't even think they were worried. Like
right,
I think they went down seven. They were like 7-4 or something this year. They wouldn't even. I wasn't worried either because I'm just like they're just trying to get to the playoffs to where they can, what I'm saying, string some wins together.
right.
But when it comes to Lamar Jackson, I'm going for the Ravens right now. I like both teams equally, but I feel like he doesn't really get his just due. They're putting a lot of pressure on him right now. Like Chris Jones, he's
Yeah.
he's he's messing up a lot of what they're trying to do. But I would love to see Lamar get loose, make some big plays.
And he's making good plays too. I'm not watching it. I'm listening to it while I drive. So
Yeah, he had
like
an
that, like
incredible
what
play,
that little that touchdown he threw sounded like it was a very big play. That
bro.
catch he when
He threw
that
it.
catch, I'm
Hmm.
listening.
Yeah, he threw a ball, it got deflected, and he caught it. Like I've never seen that type of play ever
Yeah, I
through
have to
all the
see
time
that
playing
highlight.
football.
But that tells me, and he turned over the ball also. Uh, I think he's gonna turn over the ball again. I see him throwing an interception. These throws are it sounds like, and you can tell me because I'm sure you're watching it. Some of these batted balls could be interceptions.
Yeah, there was about two of them that could have been interceptions. They're getting the
So
pressure on them. That's I would say that's where Mahomes is better at. I feel like he deals with pressure a little bit better. Like
yeah,
you're rarely going to see Pat Mahomes fumble. Like
right,
somebody make him fumble like from behind or
right,
from the side. He knows he's very elusive. Like that's what
yeah,
I'm seeing is that he knows how to extend any play can be extended. Um,
right.
but I mean, I don't want to get too much into the politics of it, but I mean, I feel like
It's rigged.
not necessarily that it's even rigged. I mean, you have to go out there and play, but I mean, you have to understand like which team has more marketability going into the next round. I just don't feel like the Ravens have enough firepower or even star power for them to
So I
beat
was
them.
about to. I I've been thinking about making a post about the rig stuff, and I don't believe the NFL is rigged because you know we both got friends that's in the NFL, so if it was rigged, we'd know. You know what I'm saying? And I also feel like even on a slight in a slight sense, how you're talking. And this is basically, and I'll just do it here. I was going to make like a little post. I'll just do it here and clip it up or something. I feel like if the NFL was rigged at all, the Cowboys would have been in a Super Bowl by now because they're the biggest brand in the league, one of the biggest brands in sports,
That's a good.
and nothing would be bigger than them being in the Super Bowl.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
That would be the biggest as far as just like views for sure. But I feel like it's almost even like being a Cowboys fan. That's a part of it. It's just like not being able to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, um,
Yeah, but that's just recently over the last 20 years. It is. Um,
they had a string where that was getting there. You got any predictions for the Lions and 49ers game? Like, what are your
yeah,
thoughts on
I got the 49ers. I got the 49ers beating the Lions. I think both games, I'll be watching game to game and seeing how the teams play against certain teams and what they do. The Lions, I don't want to say barely, but it was barely. It was like both games were one possession games. So the Lions beating Tampa Bay by one possession. And you know, if Baker Mayfield could have drive down the field, they could have been in this game right now. It it just tells me, and Tampa Bay, only reason why Tampa Bay is there is because the Cowboys lost to them, right? So it's like, um, I don't think they're good enough to beat the 49ers. I just don't think so. But watching the 49ers also have to, it was a one possession game against the Packers, who again overachieved. These are two teams that
them?
overachieved. I forget who the Packers lost to. Well, it was like the Eagles. The Eagles, we expected the Eagles and the Cowboys to do better, and that's what it was. The
Mhm.
Eagles and the Cowboys were supposed to be in the spots where the Lions, not the Lions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Packers were. So just seeing how the 49ers and both the Lions barely were able to beat those teams, um, I feel like whoever wins this AFC championship is gonna win the Super Bowl because um I think the 49ers are the top three teams in the league at the moment. And I think it's 49ers, Ravens, Chiefs. One of those three are the best teams in the league. But I do believe that the better quarterback is gonna win the Super Bowl. So
Patrick
I see
Mahomes.
you know what I mean? Like Brock Purdy struggling in that game against the Packers, who's going to be a very good team in the future. I see him struggling again today. or I see it being a close game against the Lions, but the 49ers is just a better team. So I see them beating the Lions. And so that's really my Super Bowl pick. I see the Chiefs finishing this, and I see the 49ers finishing it against the Lions, and then the Chiefs and the 49ers do a rematch.
Okay. So I'm guessing like this second half of this Ravens game, you think they'll win by more than 10 or less than 10?
I see. I'm not good at those type of. I think it'll be like it'll be less than 10.
Okay.
I think it'll be less than 10. The Ravens got fight in them, so Lamar's gonna come out, and I can see them putting up points, but they can't run the ball. They can't waste time, especially if the Chiefs kick another field goal, because that's all they got to do. The Chiefs are a different team when they're ahead, and they're a different team when they're behind also. So, like, I feel like the Chiefs could, score as soon as they get the ball, and then the Ravens is going to put pressure on them. And I think that they'll score. Like, they can score the rest of the game, all of their possessions, and still lose, because it's going to be hard for them to beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs are better at the end of games. They just are. And like you said, they're battle tested. And like when you see somebody play in the postseason, like I'm postseason oriented. So when I see a team being successful and their key nucleus is still around, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, that offensive line is pretty good, even though that one lineman is hurt. And Pacheco, like, he runs the ball well. He runs angry. Rashee Rice is stepping up. It's going to be hard for the Ravens to come back and win the game. It's going to be Lamar is going to have to play perfect. He's going to have to play better than he's ever played in order to win. He's capable of it, but you're also asking Patrick Mahomes
to not have a good game.
Exactly. So while he's ahead, that's
Yeah. Yeah. Just I'm not even super duper huge Lamar fan, but I just feel like people are slighting him. I feel like he's had better. His last two seasons have been better than his MVP season, damn near. And
yeah,
it seems like people don't want to give him credit. Like there's always people, you know what I'm saying he's not a real quarterback or something. It's like, yeah, I just want.
And I'm skeptical of him because, like I said, like I'm skeptical of players who haven't done it in the playoffs, and he hasn't done it other than the last game he just played against the Texans. He just hasn't done it, and it's not even about him running. It's about, again, like I'm of the quarterbacks. If you can throw the ball when you need to throw it, everybody knows you got to throw it. It's easy to scheme a passing game when your running game is working. You know what I'm saying? But when your running game isn't working and the defense knows you're throwing the ball, that's when the quarterback has to be very accurate, has to make very good decisions, and you have to do it under pressure. So because we haven't seen him do it in the playoffs, that's how I feel personally. I think he's a great talent. I think he's top 5 quarterback. They weren't talking about him being a top 5 quarterback last year, and that didn't make sense to me. But like, it's very hard to play quarterback at the highest level. And that because it's hard to make the decision under pressure, split second, and be accurate. It's extremely hard. And that's why, the best of the best that can do it win more Super Bowls, because it's not easy. So, I know a lot of people are very skeptical about him. I think he's a great player and he has a Super Bowl in him. And this is the best year for him to win it. This is the best year for him to win it. You know what I'm saying? Because Joe Burrow is down, Justin Herbert isn't in the playoffs, and now Jim Harbaugh is coming. What's the name? CJ Stroud is going to be nice next year. Trevor Lawrence and them, they're going to be pretty cold. Who knows what Caleb Williams is going to be like? this is a good year for him to win it. So
I think he needs.
I think he's just
I think he needs more
yeah,
run. I mean, but I'm trying to knock out a lot of shit. But so next week is the Super Bowl. Well, not next week, but 11th of February is Super Bowl.
yeah.
What do you think about Usher being, you know what I'm saying, doing halftime, and what are if you what are, would you say are like go-to songs he has to have when for his Super
Usher
Bowl?
go-to song.
He's got to
Man,
play. Yeah, we got to have the Ludacris and Lil
yeah.
bangers on it. Um,
Um, Man, see, when obviously, like when I think about Usher, I think about that Confessions album. He could just me personally, he
he
could
got so
just
many album
play.
cuts.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I'm thinking about him going up there and singing Burn and Confessions Part 2, like, but it's the Super Bowl, so yeah, he got to bring that energy. Um, and I think that's really what he's gonna do. Like that's what they normally
He
do.
might go
When I
more
watched
pop
Rihanna,
Usher. He might do.
right, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a big stage and they only give them, I don't, it's not that much time. So,
What is it,
um,
15 minutes, 13 minutes, something like that.
yeah, something like that, right? Like it could be like 12 just because, you know what I mean? It's quick. Like Rihanna, there's so many album cuts. I was ready for her to perform and she didn't. And it
Mm-mm.
just makes sense. You got to play those hits because it's the world watching the Super Bowl. It's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he could. I mean, all his cult classics, you know
The
what I'm saying? Like, he got too. He
it's
got it's a lot of bangers to choose from. To be honest,
I'm hoping he do one little. I'm hoping he do Confessions. Like if he come out singing Confessions Part 2, if he just start off like that and then get into that'll be lit. He ain't got to do the whole song, but just do that intro. That'll be cool. And he's a dancer too, so it's gonna be a good show because he performs. He's gonna dance, so he has to play. Um, I'm trying to think.
what's is this song called Tonight? What's the song called? Is it called Tonight?
Yeah, he might have to do that one. Yeah.
Obviously, that's like not our favorite songs, but like that's
Right.
like his
That's a
one
pop.
of his pop most
Yeah.
recent. Daddy's Home probably. I'm thinking all the songs that
Yeah.
white girls will like.
But I be thinking about like all the R&B, like the slow songs, like Moving Mountains. Uh,
Moving Mountains.
he got a lot of like just real good R&B. So like
He's
that's what
got
I
to do
think
Let
about
It
when I think
Burn.
about Usher.
I
You know
was
what I'm
thinking,
saying? Let It Burn, Confessions, like
yeah, he's got a. That's really what I'm interested to see what he strategically, what songs he puts in that set because
yeah.
he got so many to pull from. Like
He
it's
bring out Alicia Keys and do My Boo. Like he got so
My
many,
Boo with Alicia Keys. What's he had a
but that's
song?
gonna be good.
It slipped out of my head. He had a different song. He got so many songs to pick from. What you think, Tori?
But Tori in here, what up, T?
Yo, what's good, y'all? My bad. I didn't see the damn link. As far as Usher, man, if that nigga do not do yeah and bring out Ludacris and Lil Jon, man,
He,
or Lovers and Friends, or both,
Yeah.
oh
he
yeah,
got man, fuck the white people. He gotta do the shit for the culture. He gotta bring all the niggas. He gotta bring all the nigga classic songs out there. He gotta do yeah. He gotta do Lovers and Friends.
bro, he got to
He
do
got.
Same Girl. Even though
He
R.
got.
Kelly in jail, bro.
Man.
They cannot do.
Uh,
He cannot do same girl, bro. I don't know about that, man.
uh,
Bro, that's one of his
What,
best.
now that you say something, which girl was they talking about? How old was she?
Man, they gonna FaceTime Skype R. Kelly from jail for the Same Girl performance. But man, shit. That's he's probably still to this day probably coming up with that list. Um,
Damn.
What list?
just that set list.
The set list. I mean, I think what I honestly think he's gonna do. I think he's gonna do some of his set from the Vegas show. I think he may do like an excerpt from the Vegas show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they already got their set list down pat. So he can basically just go from there and get his show done from just from the Vegas show alone.
Because I think so. It was Rihanna, and then it was Dr. Dre. Was the year before that?
You know it's Taylor Swift next.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Taylor Swift definitely next.
I'm
Taylor Swift is
surprised.
definitely.
I'm surprised they didn't make Taylor Swift this year. They should have.
They have to win the Super Bowl. No, this you gotta see about the narrative, bro. And I was watching the goddamn game to see how the narrative is, bro.
Me and CeeLo were just talking
They
about.
are
Yeah, I
say
already know
what?
you a rigged ass nigga.
So they already the CBS is doing the Grammys and the fucking Super Bowl. You
Exactly.
got Grammys next Sunday, and the Super Bowl the Sunday after next. They basically say Taylor Swift's on pace for winning the most album of the year records ever, Grammys ever.
Crazy.
So
You can't tell me 3 Taylor Swift albums.
I can't tell you 3 Taylor Swift songs to be real.
Damn.
Don't she got an album called 1989 or something?
Yeah, that's the only one I can think. No, and Midnights. So she had one called Midnights too. But yeah,
I can't tell you. I know the
Tell you,
songs
bro,
that they on. I can't tell you a name.
They pressing the narrative, bro. Taylor Swift about to be headlining next year for the Super Bowl, and as soon as she headline, her and Travis Kelce gonna break up.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I was the NFL, I would have let her do that this year because they might not even be together next year.
Hey,
It don't matter. She already in the door.
bro. I'm telling you, them niggas would be like, "Hey, so I know we already had your book, but Taylor already made the call, and we're gonna go ahead and have her do the Super Bowl performance." If some shit like that happened this year, I would not be surprised.
Yeah,
Definitely. It's already in the cards. And then Jay-Z.
I forgot Jay-Z
It'll be
was
Taylor.
over the NFL.
It'll be Taylor Swift next year, and then Jay-Z after that. Because he said something about it before. He was like, I thought
No.
it because he's the reason why everybody's doing it, right? Like he's ahead of that. He's the reason why Rihanna's up there, Usher's up there.
Big Boy.
But he was like, yeah. What was it? It was the year before that. It was what Dr. Dre, right?
Yeah.
And Eminem, 50 Cent, all of them was up there. He said recently he was like, eventually I'm gonna do it, but I thought I wanted to wait because I figured it'd be selfish if I did it this early.
Man, everybody gonna see
So-
goddamn Jay-Z, man.
Man,
Once Taylor Swift goes up there, the niggas are done, are over with. There's gonna be no more niggas at the Taylor Swift.
It's Jay-Z, bro. It's Jay-Z running it.
He don't really
No.
got the set for. I mean, he got classic songs, like good hip hop songs, but I don't know if he got like a
Crossover hits.
performance for Super Bowl.
He doesn't have
Man.
he doesn't have the Super Bowl hits. I would say that. Rihanna has some. Everybody
Y'all are
loves,
tripping.
regardless of demographics. Everybody loves goddamn
This
Snoop
is
Dogg.
Jay-Z, bro.
I know
This is-
his biggest song
talking
is
about
New York
niggas,
State
bro.
of Mind, bro. That's his biggest song, like numbers wise.
Yes, cross platform wise, New York
So
State of Mind is his
y'all are
song.
saying that Jay-Z will never do the Super Bowl?
I'm saying
what
he
y'all
can
saying?
do it. I think he can do it, but like I don't think his catalog is built. He's not a
Okay,
single driven artist like that will happen.
I can hear that, and we can debate that. But he's definitely going to do the Super Bowl. That's for
No.
sure.
No,
But
no.
bro, he is literally picking the artists.
Yeah.
Okay, he may be on the staff, but
And
that,
he
I'm telling
literally-
you, once Taylor
Bro,
Swift did a Super Bowl 2025.
Why do we do this podcast and I tell you something as fact, and then y'all tell me it's not going to happen? When we going to start listening? He literally said, I'm going to do it eventually, but I didn't want to do it this early because I thought it was selfish.
Jay-Z is Jay-Z.
Jay-Z was also in the 90s, in the early 2000s, outselling everybody up until 50 Cent came around because he was making hits. Jay-Z.
Okay.
The one you're talking about, singles.
I'm not.
We had this conversation before, and I know the Zoom about to cut off.
You give me no, we got more time. You can't give me 5 songs that he could play at the Super Bowl.
He gonna start with Hard Not Life, and every white person know that song. Every white person, because it was an Annie sample. As soon as they play that, he ain't even got to start rapping. Dun, 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 dun. It's a hard
you're
not
right. They're gonna be
life.
jumping and jumping.
Bro, he got a song with Linkin Park. Bro,
Name the song, nigga.
I can't name it. It's a song with
Exactly.
Linkin Park though. What that got to do with
Exactly, bro.
anything?
Come on,
He
man.
plays
If you press, bro, if there's so many songs you don't know the name to, but if they play it, you know the song.
Yeah.
If I played the song, you know it, and everybody else does.
They gonna play. They gonna play.
He can do a song with Beyonce, one of the biggest artists of all time. Y'all
What
not
song is that?
like, come on,
But what
Huh?
song is that?
bro. Are y'all serious? What does it matter? I just said Beyonce. It's
Okay,
a
I give you
hit.
that. You got
Crazy
three.
in Love.
You got three
Crazy in
songs.
Love.
You have 3 songs. Jay-Z
What
by
did we
himself.
just say? What did we just say? What did we just say?
Okay.
You only get 12 minutes anyway. That's 3 songs.
So you really gotta
Yeah.
you really gotta do probably 10 to 15 songs, like because they're gonna probably do 30 seconds of per like.
No, bro.
Right.
They do like
Nobody
6 songs.
wa-
Rihanna
Okay.
Rihanna did like 4 or 5 songs.
Well, I guess I'm comparing it more to like Dr. Dre. If I wanted Jay-Z to do it, I want to do it kind of like Dr. Dre, where he's like,
So
He
Dr. Dre got bigger hits than Jay-Z.
No.
but he got Eminem hits, he got 50 Cent hits, he basically got Snoop Dogg hits, so he got all them artists that's under his.
And Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent got bigger hits than Jay-Z.
Definitely. Come on, man. Come on, man.
It's
the club,
close,
in-
bro.
I don't think they're better rappers at all. I
When
think
In the
It's
Club
close.
drops, no matter what race, age, sexuality, when you hear doom, go, the whole fucking world will fucking do that fucking dance. Jay-Z has no songs.
For
Jay-Z
sure.
has
Yes,
no
he
songs that
does,
impact.
bro.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. Y'all
Y'all
are
forgot
India
about
from
saying,
Niggas Better
Tennessee.
India
Line.
saying
Y'all
Jay-Z
are
gonna do
from
Big Pepper.
y'all are from Tennessee. Let me
We
tell you
love-
something. The world is bigger than
Tennessee.
Tennessee, man. And
I like
everywhere
Jay-Z.
else,
Listen.
everywhere else
The
thinks
niggas not
Jay-Z
doing
is
Super
one of
Bowl,
the
bro.
biggest artists.
I'm
All
gonna tell you.
right.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you why,
Go
bro.
ahead. Let's go ahead and clip it. Let's clip it, and I'll be right again. Just like Texas wasn't gonna make it to the playoffs, but go ahead, y'all got it.
What happened to Texas?
Patrick Mahomes.
What happened to Texas
What
against
happened?
Washington?
They made it to the playoffs. If we go back
That's a
to
participation
the
award.
episode, if we go back to the see,
That's
that's funny
participation.
because we go back. If
Hey,
we go back
with
to
that-
the episode, I said it's possible. I don't think
With
that they
that-
probably will win it, but I think that they can get in. And I was crazy.
And with that same
And
thought, I was
now
crazy.
the goalposts done moved to what happened to him when they got there.
I was
I'm telling
crazy.
you, Jay-Z gonna go.
I told
Yeah.
you that LeBron was gonna win the in-season tournament. What the fuck happened?
I didn't say you was crazy. I didn't say that.
What the
I think
thing is,
Jay-Z can
when
do it, and I
Jay-
think he will do it. But all I'm saying is there's artists there's so many more artists who have a better performance than Jay-Z. He's a great
I'm
rapper,
not
but he doesn't
disagreeing
have
with you.
performance songs.
here's the thing. Here's another thing too. That Jay-Z shit happened before Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce was a thing. If Taylor
Right.
Swift said that she wants to be the fucking, I want to have Jay-Z's position about picking performance to the Super Bowl, bye nigga, you're done.
No,
Man,
Jay-Z's
fuck them
like he's
contracts when
gonna,
the white folks get. Man, them contracts don't fucking matter when Taylor Swift is making money. She's making more money than Jay-Z. She's the biggest artist in the fucking world.
I
Yes,
think
she
he-
is making more money than Jay-Z. She's a billionaire.
And he ain't.
She's like multi-billionaire at this point.
Talk to him. Talk to him, man. Talk to him, man. Talk to him. We talking about Jay-Z who owned part of the Nets. Talk to
Nah,
him.
man.
Talk to him.
No, India said
Taylor
big.
Swift.
India
Tell
said
me
he's
Taylor
gonna do
Swift
big
make
pimp.
more money than Jay-Z.
India
Stop
said
it,
he's gonna do
man.
big pimp at the
Stop
goddamn
it.
Super Bowl.
We
That's already
talking about
that's already a
Jay-Z.
dub right
Jay-Z
there.
who owned part of Tidal. Jay-Z who just sold part of Ace of Spades. Jay-Z make more money than Taylor Swift.
I'm not
Stop
saying.
It, man.
Come on, man. She
The
does
reason
make more
why
money than Taylor
Usher
Swift.
is the reason why Usher is performing, the reason why Dr. Dre's performed, the reason why
Because Jay-Z.
Rihanna performed is because of Hov.
he's a leader. He's like the head of entertainment or whatever it is for the NFL right now.
And you're talking about white people. The reason why Jay-Z is ahead of this part of the NFL, I can't even think of. He's like a creative director or something. The reason why is because the NFL knows who's the culture.
No.
Us, black people.
That shit happened right after the Colin Kaepernick shit. They needed a nigga in charge of the shit.
Bro, y'all, you be helping my point. You're helping my point. The
That's my
NFL
point.
had to save the space, had to save face with who? The
The
biggest
niggas.
supporters that they had.
And guess what? Niggas did that little bullshit ass boycott for 2-3 months, and guess what? Niggas still watching NFL right now. We're doing a halftime shit for watching the AFC Championship right now. That nigga shit is over with. That put in racism in the back of their helmets and call it a fucking day. They're not going to give. If Taylor Swift could snap her fingers, if Taylor Swift and Jay-Z are the same goddamn game right now, who are they showing the picture? Who's going to be showing the camera to?
Taylor Swift.
Jay-Z and Taylor Swift, bro.
Regardless of Travis Kelce was dating Taylor Swift or not, if Taylor Swift and Jay-Z was in the same goddamn same building, same stadium,
Like I said, bro, you from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, so I get it. Y'all lived in a bubble.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Taylor Swift
so you
is
don't
the biggest
understand
artist
how
in
big.
the world.
I'm not saying he's not. You acting like if Taylor Swift is in the building, Jay-Z doesn't get any camera time. That's how he's talking.
He gets 5 seconds. Taylor Swift is getting a whole fucking game.
All right, man. You got it, bro. You got it.
You know that, bro. You
already
know that, bro.
They're milking her right now, bro.
They're milking the fuck out of her.
What does that got to do with my point?
Your point is Jay-Z is because Jay-Z made the call to get Usher out there, Dre, Rihanna. Okay, cool. They're pushing for Taylor Swift.
Besides Eminem, who's the latest white person they had on stage?
Besides Eminem, they get a white person on stage all the time.
Was it Lady Gaga?
They haven't done it lately.
I think it was Lady Gaga.
Because Jay-Z had that damn thing. So once they get Taylor
So what
Swift
are you
in the Super
talking
Bowl
about?
next year, Indy asked me a question when last time I had a white person out there in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we heard. You're telling you. That's what I'm saying. You're saying since Taylor Swift is up there, there's no other white person as big as her.
That's what I'm saying. So
Jay-Z is bigger than everyone. It's not Taylor Swift go up on a stage and now niggas is done. You telling me Drake ain't gonna do a Super Bowl? That's what you're gonna say? You saying they gonna give everybody else a Super Bowl and they not gonna give one of the top 5 artists of all time
Drake is
a stage?
Drake is Drake. Drake is not a nigga performer. Let's get that out the way. We already had that. We had that the last pod.
They're not gonna let Kanye in there.
Damn, I missed a good one. He's black, bro. Stop it. Stop it. And just because he make hit records doesn't mean he's pop. I can help that episode right now. I already know what y'all said. Is Drake pop? Yes. Does that make him not hip hop? No, that doesn't. That's just because you make pop records doesn't mean you don't make hip hop records. He just dropped a 5-track EP with nothing but hip hop. So because the album before that, he made some pop shit, that means he's only a pop artist? That makes 0 sense. He's a rapper. No. He raps. He writes his raps. He writes all his raps. The only thing somebody wrote for him, listen to me. Bro. The only thing anybody wrote for him is something he sang. So again, he wrote all his raps. Beyonce does not write all of her shit. The majority of her shit, somebody writes, right? The majority, right? So my point is, take your cap off and give it to Drake. My point is this. If Drake is doing a pop song, an R&B song, and Quentin Miller wrote it, you're telling me that means
a hip hop song?
No, we're not talking about an R&B song. We're talking about rapping.
He did not. Nobody wrote a verse that Drake rapped. Nobody did.
He has a full project where Quentin Miller wrote 8 songs on it. If you're reading, it's too late. That's
what songs?
If you're reading,
the verses, bro. The verses that he rapped on, he wrote, bro.
Just look up the credits for If You're Reading This, Is Too Late.
The verses. He can write any chorus he want. He can write any. What verse he write?
0 to 100. He wrote 0 to 100. He wrote
0 to 100. The verse.
Yes, the verse. The leak came.
Show me proof.
There's a YouTube leak of him. His.
I'll look at it. I'll look at it.
I'll send it to you.
I'll look at it.
I had to make this video to reference something we talked about in the podcast. Look.
And 0 to 100, let's say you're right. 0 to 100 is
Is it
one of
called
his
100
best
Band?
verses.
Is it
0
called
to
50 Band?
100,
What's the
the
other
one
song?
that he's singing. Yes, the one that he's singing on. 0 to 100 is one of Drake's best verses too. You're right. 100 Bands is one of Drake's best rap verses.
He wrote that song too. Quentin Miller, there's a leak of
I'm being sarcastic. It's not his best rap verses Drake wrote. So again, the goalpost moves. The goalpost moves. The
So you said
goalpost
100 bands
moves,
not a
bro.
hit.
All
You
I'm
said 10
saying is
bands not a
that
hit.
Drake has
Yes,
writers.
it's a hit.
It's okay.
I said rap verses, bro. Rap verses, bro. And
So
see,
why
this is
you
why
if you're a rapper,
this whole conversation.
with that same thought.
He
If
has
you're a
writers,
rapper,
bro.
if you're a
Rap
rapper,
songs.
why are you writing why you having somebody write your hook? CeeLo, have I ever wrote your hook?
Bro,
did I write anything?
if we're writing a pop song and I'm a pop artist and I'm singing on the hook, why not? You're like the reason you're taking
airplane mode?
Yo. You're taking the writing. Why is writing a problem? Because if you're a good rapper, right? Because your verses, your bars, your lyricism is good, and somebody is the reason why you wrote that. The reason why people think that's why we say, oh, he don't write his raps. But if we're talking about somebody wrote a hit song, and this is after you already solidified your rapping pen, using that as a scar on his name makes no sense.
It's not a scar on his name. I'm just using it to
but
say.
You're using it. Well, he had ghostwriters. What did he write? A verse that is not a top 5 Drake verse.
It don't
What
matter.
did Quentin Miller do? See, it does matter because the reason why does it don't make sense to me. I'm gonna just say it don't make sense to me.
Let me say
it matters because what?
Let me say
Because
this.
you said he writes all his songs. He doesn't write all his songs.
Let me say this.
What does that have to do with when he raps, he writes all of his raps that matter the most?
Me and Cody are producers. We give a track to you. You say that you made the whole thing. You wrote it, you produced it, you mixed
y'all saying because he says that he writes all of it.
No. I'm saying it's okay to have writers, but you said he writes all his music, and that's not. He doesn't.
No, I did not, Cody. I literally said that he didn't. He wrote all his raps. That's what I said. I didn't say he wrote all his music.
If you're a rapper,
if I'm a rapper, bro, and I got into the game writing, not only writing my shit, but I got into the game writing other people's shit, right? And before somebody wrote for me, everybody already knew I was one of the best rappers. Everybody already was saying it. And then somebody wrote a song for me, and it's a very successful song. Now that it's hate, bro, to say, oh, well, you don't write all your songs.
Why would I? If I'm a rapper,
when I write my own shit, I still get the job done. What is your point? It doesn't take away from what I do when I do what I do.
I'm not using it to take away from Drake. I'm just simply saying
it is taken away from it. You can't say he's not pop because he don't write all his raps, but it don't take away from him.
He started
not hip hop,
but pop. He's a pop artist as well because pop artists can use writers and make.
Yes, he can. He's pop. To say he's not hip hop is the thing.
He's hip hop too.
We're not saying he's not. We're not saying he's not hip hop at all. My thing is this: if you're a rapper, and if I know I got one of the greatest pens on earth, you're not going. I don't give a fuck how great or songwriter you can be. Fucking Smokey Robinson. If my pen is my pen, I don't give a fuck who you are. You're not going to touch my song if I'm a rapper because that comes. Okay, Beyonce's a singer. They don't write. Taylor Swift's a singer. She probably writes most of the songs, but she still probably don't write none of other songs either. If you're a rapper, the whole formula of rapping is rapping your own fucking verses, your own rhymes. Okay, but if you're a rapper and you have somebody else write their hook, somebody else write a hook for you, you might as well have them do the hook. Why would I have somebody? Why would a rapper do somebody?
Nobody does it like him.
Man, come on,
Miller could not put it out. What did Quentin Miller put out? What did he put out after that?
Not a damn
Well,
thing.
he's not doing.
He's put out plenty of songs, but he's not
No.
Drake. He doesn't have the biggest label in
Ain't
the
nobody heard it.
world
Ain't
pushing
nobody
his
playing it.
music.
Why? So when Drake takes it, he made it better.
He's a bigger name.
I
People
think
listen
Oh,
to him,
Marvel-
or
artists
not.
like Drake, he's a bigger name. Why? Because the shit he wrote.
No.
No.
So let's say this. Let's say you just dropped Closure. You just dropped Closure on DSPs. If Drake heard that shit, be like, oh, hold up.
And took
Let me
your
rock
shit,
all over that
it's
shit.
going to move further because
It's
he
going
has
to
more
move
backing.
crazy. Way more than you would
But
ever
why,
have it to
though?
move behind
Why?
you.
Why though?
Because he's a bigger name.
Where did he? Why is he a bigger name?
Lil Wayne is the person that said, "This is my artist named Drake."
Okay. Lil Wayne signed